Hey everybody, it's His Majesty McCray, and welcome to Up Close and Personal. Today I have a very special guest with me, somebody that I have just been trying to get my hands on my hooks in for quite some time. Finally was able to do so, and he is here with me right now. He is impeccable, incomparable. He is intelligent, and he is here. He's a handsome man, by the way, ladies. And, you know, he's known in these YouTube streets as the cigar vlogger, ladies and gentlemen. I have with me today Mr. DarrylMoore. Hey there, Darryl.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Oh, I can't complain. I'm doing all right.
Listen, this is one of the most anticipated interviews
Really?
for me. Yes, because you know, Darryl, you are. I've been following you for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a big fan.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know, but I call in these YouTube streets, you're my big brother.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I call you my big brother. You know, DarrylMoore is somebody. If you got an issue, you got a problem, take it to DarrylMoore. He gonna figure it out for you. You got
I'll try.
You got a question that you need answered, he gonna try to answer it for you. If he can't answer, he gonna find somebody to answer that question for you. That's one of the things that I love about you, Darryl, is just your impeccable record of just being able to just gather information. And
Thank you.
you know, and I'm not so much dox people and stuff like that, but just your intelligence.
Thank you.
It's just reminiscent. You remind me a lot of my dad. And by the way, speaking of dads, my condolences to you.
Thank you.
And your loss. I know you just recently lost your father.
Yeah. May 30th.
Yeah. How was your dad? How was he as a father?
Great man. I was blessed to have him. 87 years he was here. I had him my whole life. So thanking God.
Wow.
I thank God for him.
Do you have any childhood memories that you want to share with the people?
Oh man, I spent he shaped who I am. So I mean, helping people, trying to, have a sense of fair play. I just spent so much time with him talking, just the life lesson. So I mean, I'd be talking about him all night if I do. I mean,
yeah. Now, do you have siblings?
I'm the youngest of three. I have a brother and a sister.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I'm the youngest of three.
Really? I mean, I would have never. I don't know why, but for some reason, I pegged you as the only child.
No. Well, I kind of grew up like one because my brother and sister are so much older than I am. My sister is in the middle, and my sister is 11 and a half years older than me. So I by the time they grew up and they were grown and gone, I was in the house by myself. So it's like I grew up as an only child, but I have siblings.
Now see, in my family, my sister is the baby. I'm the middle child. I'm the only boy. So I had two sisters.
Okay.
And so I'm the only boy. So I'm my mother's baby. I'm my mother, praise God, she's still here. My mother is 76 years old, and
that's a blessing.
I tell you, she don't look a day over 40.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
But she still holds my hand when we cross the street, and I can't stand it.
Don't even worry about it, man. Just go with it. It's a blessing.
I can't stand it, but I tell you what, I know there's so many people out there that don't have their mothers with them any longer, and so I thank and praise God for my mother every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had our tumultuous times and things like that, but we're best friends now. We really are. I watched some of your documentary.
Okay.
I haven't finished watching the entire thing.
Okay.
I watched your documentary, and I got to the part where you were living in New York City.
Yeah. I was living in what's it called? Thomasville, over there in Brooklyn. I live not too far from Crown Heights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. How was that living in New York?
I wish I was still there. I miss New York. But
Really?
yeah, man. I think everybody at least once in their life should spend at least 6 months to a year in New York City. It'll change your life. It'll make you stronger. It'll make you a better person.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Southern boy. I grew up I was actually born in New Jersey,
Mhm.
Patterson, New Jersey, home of Eastside High School, Joe Clark.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of my younger years in the South. But I've been in Jersey all my life. I grew up in Patterson, New Jersey, and spent most of my adult life in Brick City, Newark. Shout out to Brick City. And
I lived in Newark when I first moved up that way. I was living off of Freeling housing.
oh wow,
Over there by the park. Yeah, I was living over there. And then I moved from there to East Orange. And then I moved from there into the city. And then from the city, the last place I was living before I came back, I was living in South Orange over there by Seton Hall.
oh wow. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking.
I went to all the oranges, as they say.
Yeah, the oranges. Yes, the oranges. Yes, that. Hey, listen. We got a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot in common. Now my husband, he's from Brooklyn. He's from Joseph is from the beach. He's from what is that? Long Island.
Okay.
No, not Long Island. What is that, Joseph?
Howard Beach? Not Howard Beach.
What is that? Coney Island. That's what
Coney Island. Oh,
Coney
he's from out that way. Okay.
Joseph grew up right there on the water. Yeah.
I used to ride the train, that N train or the M train, all the way out to Coney Island, depending on where I was coming from.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I used to sit out there all day because the place I stayed when I was living in East Orange, it was so hot because the house didn't have any air. I would just go and spend the whole day. If I didn't have an audition or something, I would just sit out in Coney Island. If it got too hot, I'd get in the water.
Uh-huh. Now let's get into that. Let's get into your acting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I understand that you have quite an extensive background in acting. I know you have your SAG card.
Yeah.
So just give me a little bit of your roster.
I was in quite a few pilot episodes when I was living in New York, but I got my start with my union card. I did a movie called Lottery Ticket in Atlanta, and I got my union card. Then I moved to New York. But I've been in I'd say right now I'm right at around 35, 36 film projects.
Oh, really?
35 or 36 film and television. I've been in a couple of episodes of Law and Order. I've been in.
Really? That's my favorite show.
Yeah, SVU. And I've pilot episode of Blue Bloods, White Collar. I was in an episode of White Collar. They shot that over in Queens at this place called Silver Cup Studios. I did the episode over there. Trying to think of all the stuff I did while I was up there. Oh, well, I'll take it back. I was in more than one episode of Blue Bloods because we shot up in Columbia by Columbia University up in Harlem once. And then we shot, I'm trying to think where the other spot at. Oh, I did two episodes in Harlem. Okay. Yeah, so 2 scenes in Harlem for the pilot episode. So yeah, I was in Harlem twice doing that. And the other place I was at, well, yeah, when we shot the White Collar, we was all in Queens shooting. And then one time I went all the way out to Long Island. I forget. It was for this network called Onion. They do comedy skits and stuff. Onion News Network. I did a shoot out there in Long Island, all the way out. It took us an hour and a half by train to get out there. Yeah, that was the longest I've ever been out. And then I did the Law and Order episode. We had to go up to Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. Now, that was with was that Little Bow Wow?
No, Lottery Ticket was with Bow Wow in Atlanta. Yeah, I did that. I did that in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah, I remember that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was my big break. That was my big break, man. I got my big break in doing Lottery Ticket. Yeah.
You know, I got to go back and watch it. And that listen, I'm a big police show watcher.
Right.
Law and Order. My dad was a police officer. I come from a line of police officers, so I love Law and Order, SVU. Mostly SVU I watch.
Yeah. Back then I was playing bad guys because I wasn't as small as I am now. That was before I got my weight loss surgery. I was about 350, 400 pounds. So they would always put me in as the bad guy. But now I get most of the acting jobs I get. I'm either a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a preacher, or something like that, or a school teacher or something like that. Every now and then I might do a bad guy. Like this last thing I did here, I was playing a bad guy. So
now I like that little short video clip that you got on your Facebook where you got the gun. And
yeah.
Where's that from?
That's from a movie called Hey, Mr. Postman. It was a comedy drama mixed. I did that with Omar Gooding and I'm kind of thinking that Latin lady's name, but yeah, Omar Gooding and the guy that played he was in AJ Johnson, the comedian. He was in Friday, the original Friday. He was the crackhead. He was in the movie. Omar Gooding was in the movie. Omar Gooding was the main bad guy. So that was shot here in Cleveland. That's on Amazon Prime. You can watch that on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah. And I took that scene that I was in the movie where I pulled a shotgun on Omar, and that's what I use as my Facebook.
Business in that right there. That was some work right there. You meant business there. I like that. When I and you know what? I remember. Excuse me.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, my allergies are really bothering me.
That's all good. I can understand. I go through it too.
My voice is kind of going, but anyway, I remember when I first came upon you on YouTube. I went over to your Facebook page, and that was my first vision of you. Doing some type of role play or something like that, and oh man, I was like, he mean business.
Yeah, I've been doing it now. Let's see, this is 12 years. Well, no, longer than that. I got my union card 12 years ago. But I have been acting, this year will be this is my 16th year acting. So you're still acting? Yeah, I didn't stop. Okay. I had 3 auditions last week. And so yeah. And in fact, I had 2 auditions last week and 1 Monday. So yeah, I'm still acting. I'm not stopping. Oh no.
Darryl, you wear a lot of hats now. I see that. I saw something recently about you are you a wedding officiant? Yeah. I'm an ordained minister. I do weddings. I started doing that about a month ago when my father passed away. I wanted to do something that I could honor my father's memory for the rest of my life. And my father and my mother had my dad lived to August and my mother lived to August. They'd have been married 65 years. So my father believed in love. He believed in marriage. So when I marry people, it's my way of paying tribute to him and honoring his memory. Wow. That really is. Wow. Yeah. That's so interesting. I saw that you married your first couple just recently or something. Yeah, last Saturday. Yeah. Now I saw something else on your Facebook page where you were in some medical scrubs. I'm a licensed nurse assistant, certified nurse assistant. I do CNA work. I do COVID screenings. I'm a licensed notary and I'm a certified paralegal. Wow. So now what about volunteer work? Now, do you do any volunteer work now? Yeah, I do. Through my fraternity. Yeah, I do a lot of community service through my fraternity. All right. What fraternity is that? Oh, Lord have mercy. Can I see the mark now? Can you show me the mark? Can you show me the brand? I don't know, because I got this long sleeve shirt that was on my chest, and I got one on each arm. It's kind of hard. Let me see if I can roll it up. Yeah, it's right there. I don't know if yeah, it's right there. Did that, Darryl? Did that hurt? No, not really. I mean, to me, the tattoos hurt worse than the brand. Are you kidding me? I can't even imagine. Like, I mean, I went to college and I wanted so badly to be an Omega. I actually got thrown off line. I got thrown off line for fighting. because they wanted me to do something and I didn't want to do it, and I ended up getting in a fight with one of the brothers, and then it was like I was a much bigger guy then. A lot of people don't know that I was a much bigger guy then. I was like you, Darryl. I was my biggest weight was 290 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. So
I would have gave anything to be that small back in the day.
I was a big dude, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I tell people that story, they're like, your little ass ain't you know, ain't big enough to do nothing to nobody. But I was a bigger dude back then. Mm-hmm. And I ended up getting thrown off line. Ended up getting thrown off Omega line. And never to pledge again, because if I couldn't be an Omega, I didn't want to be anything. Mm. And so shout out to the Omegas, man. Shout out to the Omegas, yeah. Being in a fraternity can change you a lot.
Yeah, made me a better person.
Yeah. You know, I hear that so much when it comes to Omega. Omega men are like Goodyear tires. They're tough. They're like built tough. They're like Tonka trucks or something. You know,
resourceful.
Very resourceful. And the brotherhood is strong. It's just strong. You know, it's like being a Mason. You know, if one Omega meets another Omega somewhere, it don't matter if they don't know each other's names or anything. As long as they know that they're part of the brotherhood, they're gonna help their brother out. Of course, that's what the brotherhood is supposed to be about. Period. But never have I seen unity like I've seen with the Omegas. Yeah, that's a great fraternity to be a part of, man. I look up to you, man. I really do. So let's get into YouTube. What brought you here to these YouTube streets? Because YouTube is, you know, in the grand scheme of things, YouTube is not that big of a platform. You know,
well, it's the largest as far as subscribers and members. And its reach has got over. I venture to say close to 1 billion people on the platform across the world.
I mean, but considering what you've done, you know, considering your resume, YouTube is kind of small in the grand scheme of things. But I mean, I'm not trying to downsize it. But what I'm saying is that, you know, you hardly see people of your caliber YouTube streets like you are. I mean, like Darryl, you are here. We ain't talk about somebody that has arrived. You came on the scene, and when you came on the scene, you were here. You ain't have nothing to do with arriving or anything like that. I mean, from day one, you are here. So what brought you to these YouTube streets?
Well, originally I used YouTube because I was doing stand-up comedy, and I was posting some clips of my work, so that when promoters and stuff would want to see something, I could just shoot them a link. I'm like, hey, this was a clip from when I hosted at this place, or I did this, and this. And I was on one channel was for comedy, and I had another channel. Well, that comedy channel I don't even use anymore. But now the main one that I have is my it's a little bit of everything. It's my family life. It's a little bit of my acting reel. It's just all of my work. You know, my filmmaking, my acting, my filmmaking, my family life. Some of the stuff with my family, some of the stuff with my friends, some of the just life in general. And then I had a friend. She said, "Well, Darryl," she turned me on to listen to some of these vloggers, and she was like, "Darryl, I think you could do that." I said, "No, ain't nobody gonna listen to me like that." She said, "No, people will listen to you. You're funny. You got a sense of humor, and you're honest." And da 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 da. She kept on trying to encourage me to give it a try. So I said, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. See what happens." So I started doing little stuff, and it just started picking up. And next thing you know, people started listening, and more and more people started listening. And then I started. Then somebody turned me on to a young man by the name of Jimmy Battles who needed help. And people started coming to me to get help, and that's how it just went from there.
Wow! Now,
that's how I met you and your husband.
Really?
Yeah. because I was doing my stories and you started tuning in, and I'm trying to remember, somebody hit me to YouTube. Y'all were doing a show, and I started watching. I subscribed, and then you were watching me, and you was out. Then you was watching Kim and Kim and Roxanne was really the ones that like, hey, check them out, because I noticed that you were watching us. So I said, let me go over there and check them out, and I started watching. I subscribed, and then next thing you know, I started just sharing your videos on my community page once I got monetized, because I wasn't monetized. But once I got monetized, I started sharing your content on because you have to get monetized to get 1,000 subscribers before you even get a community wall. And then I started sharing everybody that was supporting me that had content. I would share their content on my community wall. And then that's how I started growing, because people saw that I was supporting you guys and other people, and their supporters started supporting me. And it just took off.
Listen, I remember when you shared our video out. I don't know if it was the first time you had shared our video out, but you wrote. You wrote a comment about us, McCray Kingz, and I'm telling you, we made it. I said Joseph. I said, Darryl, I said, guess who gave us a compliment today? And it was you. And I was like, Darryl Moore. And man, let me tell you something. I took a screenshot of it and everything. I still got it in my phone some damn way. I mean, I was so proud of that. I mean, you just made me feel so good. You made me feel like we could actually do this, because Joseph and I, what people don't know, we've not been on these YouTube streets for that long. We've only been here. We haven't even been here 2 years. It's only been about.
That's me too. Fall of 2019 to now. So that's all. And it just grew.
About a year since that we've been here. And because we were over on Facebook, and we had following on Facebook, and we were kind of afraid to come over here to YouTube because, it was just a much bigger platform, of course. And whenever you made that comment about us, we just knew that we had arrived. And you really made me feel like we could do this. I was like, Joseph, we can do this, and we can actually, we can make something. We can really build our brand here. And that's what you were just such a big inspiration. You really were a big inspiration to us. So I thank you for that. I really do.
Well, hey, thank you. I'm glad I could help.
Of course, they say that, there's really no such thing as sectors, on YouTube, but in reality, you and I both know. When you come here, they put you somewhere.
They try to put you in a box, but I refuse to be put in a box. I do.
Yeah, I do too. I've been told that we're in the love stream. So what do you consider yourself like? Do you attach yourself onto what they call the quote unquote the beef sector?
No, not at all. I'm here to just be myself. I'm just here to help people as much as I can and help myself at the same time. I'm not out here beefing with anybody. Life is too short for that. I mean, if somebody comes at me, I deal with it. But I'm here to help people. I think that's what attracts a lot of people to me, because they see that even when all that nonsense is going on, going back and forth, my focus is always on helping people that come to me for help. If you come to me and you say, well, hey, man, I got a problem, or whatever the problem may be. So I want my story told. Nobody's listening. Come tell me about it. What's going on? Then I put it out there, and then I help you as best I can. If you say, well, Darryl, even if it's offline, you say, well, Darryl, I'm battling depression, or I'm feeling suicidal. Can you help me get some places where I live that can help me with my problem? Yeah, and I get online and I start looking for places to go get you a therapist or get you into a hospital or whatever it may be. Or Darryl, I'm homeless. Can you help me find a homeless shelter? Or whatever. I'm just making up stuff, but those are the type of things I get contacted about all the time. I'm in an abusive relationship. My boyfriend or my girlfriend, my boyfriend is beating on me. My girlfriend's verbally abusive. She cheated on me, or she won't let me see my kids. Is there a lawyer that you can recommend in my area, that can help me with my situation? I'm like, yeah, let me look. Give me a day or so, and I'll look it up. And that's what I've been doing.
Mhm. Now, let me ask you, what do you say to those that try to come for Darryl Moore? I mean, you say you don't buy you like you like me. I don't mess with nobody unless they mess with me. Now, if you come for me
You get
without
what you get.
without me sending for you,
You get what you get.
that's it. That you get what you get. Now, if you had any advice,
Mm-hmm.
if people, content creators mostly,
Mm-hmm.
about other content creators, what would you say?
Don't get caught up in the back and forth. Stay true to yourself. I mean, you know what? Like for me, I like to help people. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. I like to network. So whatever you're good at, like say the two of you, you and your husband, um, you're people person. You're both people. You know, you interact well with others. You like to help people. You're into music. That's your lane. Do what you do, and the people will start to tune in. But if you try to be something that's not authentic to you, you're not going to be successful. Um,
Mhm.
you make music. I've listened to you doing beats and making music. That's what you do. Fashion and things of that nature. Designing stuff, coordinating fashions. That's what you do. That's your lane. Now, if you got out here and you talking about, I don't know, I'm just gourmet cooking. That's not your lane. You may be able to cook real good, but that's not your lane. That's not your gifting. So you stay with what you're good at, and you keep doing that and honing your craft in and honing your shows and refining, your brand. You'll be successful.
Okay. Now to see Darryl Moore now, right here, right now as we sit here,
Mm-hmm.
and to if you had an opportunity to look at Darryl Moore when he first came on YouTube,
Uh,
what would you say to that Darryl Moore?
be careful of who you make friends with, because everybody that you start with, you're not going to finish with. Because everybody that say they're in the boat with you, they're not in the boat with you to help you get further down. They're in the boat. They're trying to sink your boat while you ain't looking.
And why do you think that is? I mean, because you know, uh,
Jealousy, jealousy, and envy. As long as you're not, some people are coming and say, well, like for example, they'll say, well, yeah, Tramel, Joseph, I'll help you. Come on over, let me help you. As long as they're ahead of you in their mind and the status quo, they'll work with you. But as soon as you and Joseph pass them by, the jealousy and the envy kicks in, and then they try to sabotage what you're doing. And you've experienced that on several occasions where I've watched where people that started out with you, when you started progressing past them, they got jealous, and then they started putting lies out about you. Then they started trying to sabotage what you're doing. Messing with your followers and saying bad things to them about you, trying to flag your videos, stuff like that. Just jealousy and envy. Or they put lies out that they know they have no proof of, just to cause a back and forth between you and them to keep them relevant. And it happens.
yeah, it does. Now, do you think that that's a black thing, or do you think that's a social media thing?
A little of both, to be honest. I can't say if it's a black thing because I don't really watch that many white content creators. I do watch some, but most of the white content creators that I watch are people that are in industries that I'm interested in, like filmmaking. So there's no competition where they're going at each other.
Mhm.
It's see the type of content that I do is personal interest type stuff, or it's helping it's people in blogs. That's my category. So you're gonna see a lot of people in the entertainment and the gossip bloggers. They go at each other. I don't want to even entertain that. That's why I don't deal in gossip. If I talk about somebody, if I'm reporting on something, I have information to back up what I say. But
Right.
like when I'm looking, I'm an avid hunter and fisher. So if I watch a video about fishing or hunting or guns or new guns out or shooting and things like that, that's something that interests me. Those people aren't competing with one another. They just put their content out. If people want to watch it, they watch it.
Mhm.
Filmmaking. If they're giving camera tips, like with this camera equipment that I got, all this stuff I got, they're telling me different ways. I'm watching instructional videos, how to use my camera equipment, how to use Adobe Premiere Pro if I'm editing film. I'm looking and learning stuff. So I'm not out there looking at people going back and forth with each other. I'm looking at instructional videos. A lot of the content that I watch in my spare time is instructional videos. So there's no competition. It's just people teaching you how to do something.
Yeah. You're like me. I'm not a big content creator watcher in terms of, I don't watch a lot of people. I don't watch a lot of people do commentary on gossip and things like that. I prefer to watch things that are my craft, my day, like DJing and music and things like that. So, that's we kind of like are in the same lane together now. I also understand that you're a father as well.
Yes, I have 3 sons.
Wow. No daughters? No girls?
No, my daughters both passed away. My youngest son was a twin, and I lost one daughter there. She was stillborn, and then I lost another daughter a year or 2 prior to that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
A lot. I know a lot of men. I'm not a
Well, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm all off. My daughter, that was a twin with my son, passed away first, and then I lost another one after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, Darryl.
Thank you.
Now I know a lot of fathers that really just wanted to have a little girl. They wanted to have that daddy's little girl. Was that you?
Yeah. That was my dream.
Yeah.
But God saw fit to do something else with me.
So how are your sons? Are they?
They're well. They're doing well. My oldest son is 24. He's a recording artist, and he's in school. And my second oldest is in school. He's majoring in music and theater. He's 22. And then my youngest son, he just graduated high school in May, and he's on his way to college. So I got 3 adult children. I got 3 adult sons.
All right. That's great. Now your one son, you just directed one of his videos not too long ago.
Yeah, I did. I was able to work on one of my son's music videos. Excuse me.
I love that. Listen, I've been trying to get up with you to do. I've been wanting to do an interview with him as well.
Well, I'm sure he would love to do an interview with you. I'll let him know, and I'll give you his number. Y'all can set that up. He would love to interview. He's always looking to get somebody to talk about his music. So he's always available for that.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna have to get that link from you so we can put his link in the description so people can go over and see that video. I mean, and the video that you directed for him, it was awesome. It was
thank
awesome.
you.
It was. You did some really great work there. I want to know where you got that throne from.
That was actually when he was sitting in that throne. That was actually in a clothing store that one of his friends owns.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we shot that video in a clothing store. That scene with him sitting in the throne, that was in a clothing store down not too far from where we live. Yeah. What's it called? What's it called, Darryl? Red Carpet? Red Carpet. It was a clothing store right here in Euclid. Red Carpet.
Okay.
That scene was shot there, but the rest of it was shot in the condo downtown. Okay,
cool. Now I know that you live in Ohio. What part of Ohio do you live in?
Cleveland,
Ohio. Any plans of moving to another state or?
It's up in the air right now. Like I said, my dad just passed, so my mother's coming to live with me. So it just depends. It just depends on what how things work out after she gets here and gets acclimated. We may or may not move somewhere else. I don't know.
You used to that cold weather then?
I love the cold weather. That's one of the motivations for me to leave the South. I was sick of the heat. I wanted to change the season, snow and stuff like that. I like that. So
yeah, well, you might want to think about upstate New York. I mean, living up here, the winters are really it's cold up here. There, I'm up here. I'm about an hour away from Niagara Falls.
Okay,
but we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get on. But so your mom's coming to stay with you, huh?
Yeah.
You happy about that? Are you happy about that? You're excited?
Yeah, I'm very happy to have her come stay with me. My mother's 85, so I want to make sure I take care of her the rest of her days.
That's all. I think of those days too. Like my mom is 76, and I think of, I say, there's one prayer that I always pray, and it's like, God, please let me go before her, because I don't know if my heart can take it. But one of the things that I would love to do is I would love for my mother to spend, the rest of her days with me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my mother's she's very independent now. She don't want to leave New Jersey, but
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine like you know, just my mother coming to visit me excites me. So
Right, right.
yeah, I think that's so great that your mom is coming to stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the family, your family there is happy about that as well.
Yeah, everybody's on board. So
Yeah,
thank God.
that's cool. So just a few, smaller, ending questions, Daryl.
Hmm.
What does the future look like to Daryl Moore?
I'm hoping to make more films. I'm definitely going to do my life story. So that's what I'm working on now, getting all that in place so I can shoot my life story. And I love doing documentaries. So I like telling people's stories. So that's something I definitely probably see myself doing long term is a lot of documentaries. I like people's human interest stories.
Mhm.
Everybody has a story to tell. And that's kind of like, I really like watching Roxanne because she interviews people and she brings them on and tell their stories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's interesting. Oh yeah, we definitely got to talk after the show because I
Yeah.
got some ideas for you, man. I got some big ideas for you.
Okay.
But yes, that's the only other thing that I wanted to really ask you about is the 18.
Mm-hmm.
How did the 18 come about? I first of all, let me just say this. I'm a big fan of the 18 simply because you get four different personalities in one.
Mm-hmm.
In one night. You got Marcellus over here on this side with you, and it's like you got Roxanne, and then you got Kim, and
Mm-hmm.
they both are two different people, just like you and Marcellus. Y'all are two totally different people. It's not like sometimes you have your agreements, you have your disagreements with one another, but at the same time, you can still see that love that you have for the fellow person, the fellow people that are sitting there with you. At the end of the day, you may not agree with what one says, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
you still respect that. And that's the one thing that I preach so much is about respect. You don't have to like me, you don't have to like what I say, but you're gonna respect me.
Right.
And
Exactly.
that is what I get from you guys. So, you know, how did the 18 come about?
I was out here doing my content and some people that, like I was telling you, once status quo was broken and I started to surpass people that were originally helping me, they got mad and did some very underhanded things and Roxanne and Kim saw what was going on. They left where they were and came over and started helping me. And we formed a bond. And then the next thing you know, I met Marcellus, and all of us we just vibed. And rest is history.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's so funny because even separately, you guys take on, like when Roxanne does her ladies' night,
Mm-hmm.
she takes on that leadership um, that you take on when you do your show, and so on and so forth. It's like
Mm-hmm.
guys kind of like you have this DNA wherever you go. Like I swear it's kind of like excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
like that entrance that you see when you watch Law and Order. When you see the beginning credits and how all the police officers are together, and you see the
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are standing there all together, and they look like just this one big strong team. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you guys look like. You got a problem. The A team is right.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we do.
That's what it looks like. That's what the presence looks like, and I think that's what a lot of people watch
Mm-hmm.
you guys for and love you guys for so much.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much, Darryl.
Oh
Uh,
man, it was my pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's been really a pleasure interviewing you and getting to know you. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, once this video comes out, a lot of people will have a bigger appreciation for you and the person that you are. You know, a lot of people just look at you and they just see one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I, of course, you know, knowing you personally behind the scenes, know
Right.
totally different. And I wish you absolutely nothing but the best. I really,
Thank you very much.
but I'm gonna let you go now, and we are going to end this interview, guys. Guys, please make sure that you are watching Darryl on all social media platforms. Darryl, please tell them what those platforms are so they'll know.
Darrylism's Free Speech on Instagram. Darrylism's Free Speech on Facebook. Darrylism's Free Speech on YouTube. Actor DarrylMoore on YouTube. That's it. And my website is www.more-ent.com. That's moreentertainment.com. More. If you just Google me, moreentertainment.com. More, MOORE-ENT.com. That's my website. You can see my video content from my film projects and get a little bit of information about me.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it right here on Up Close and Personal. Yes. So, Darryl, I'll be with you in a moment. I'm just going to end this and wrap it up, and I'll be right with you. Okay, buddy?
All right. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Yes, so you heard it, guys, right here on Up Close and Personal. Thank you so much for joining me. As I state in all my videos, please make sure you're joining me and us on all social media platforms. Of course, you know what those are: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all other platforms as well under the TheMKingz umbrella. And that's it, guys. Please make sure you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember, it's Team McCray all damn day. Talk to you soon.